And in the very first sloka, it is mentioned that Kashyap Muni comes back to the ashram after a long time. And then I was just, pondering over the point long time, wherein I was thought that how did he get so much time? Because he was not a sannyasi, he was not a brahmachari, he was a grahastha. And how did he manage to get so much time for spiritual practices, wherein he had a household, and it was not one wife, he had 17 wives with so many children, but he still had time for Krishna consciousness. And I thought one thing in our life as grahasthas, we always have this one problem about time. We do not have time, right? We want to practice our spiritual life, but we don't have time. And how did he manage to get time? And I was just contemplating that he got time to manage his spiritual practices because he was very clear about what is his goal. Sometimes as grihasthas, we are not sure what is the goal of our life. We are so confused, we don't know what we want, and as a result, we are not able to give out the time what we're supposed to give for what, because we haven't even decided what we want. So I was just thinking that our life is something like, sometimes you want to buy something in a departmental store, you just make a list. I want to buy bread, I want to buy cheese, or I want to buy butter. You go to a departmental store, it's very simple. You just take a piece of bread, loaf of bread, you take some butter, you take some cheese, you go to the billing counter, you make a bill and you come out. It's as simple as that. But if at all somebody has not made a list of what he wants, then it's a big confusion. Then he will go on roaming around the whole departmental store from this rack to that rack to this rack, because he doesn't even know what he wants. And at that confused state of mind, if a salesman or a saleswoman walks to him and asks him, "Can I help you?" then he will be confused. How can you help me? I don't even know what I want. And I thought sometimes our spiritual lives are in this kind of situation, wherein even if a guru walks in and asks us, "What do you want? What way can I help you?" we are not even sure what help they can render, because we are not sure of our goal ourselves. We are so confused. Sometimes we are very serious in Krishna consciousness, and sometimes we are not. Sometimes we are so inspired by certain lectures that we hear, we suddenly decide, "Oh my God, I just want to be a pure devotee, go back to Goloka, forget about everything. I want to be serious in my Krishna consciousness. I want to chant my rounds properly." And then there are other times when we attend some, as grihasthas, you attend some marriage, some function, some graha pravesha, and then you are inspired in some other way. And the only topic that you will be discussing after coming home was how beautiful the chandelier was, or how luxurious their drawing room was, or how beautiful their car was. And then you are again inspired in some other direction, and then you are thinking, no, maybe I should be actually materially very much fine, and I will also manage my spiritual life. So sometimes you are inspired this way, sometimes you are inspired that way. We are not even sure what we want. If our goal is fixed, then there is no issue. But we are not even sure what we want. We say something publicly, but we want something else privately. And there is so much confusion between our public life and private life. See, most of us have three lives. There is a public life, which everybody knows. There is a private life, which our family knows. And then there is a secret life, which only we know and Krishna knows. And then there is no alignment between these three. And then there is frustration. And then there are masks. And then we start mask, and then mask and mask. Because we are saying something, but actually we want privately something else, right? We are confused. So that means we don't have a clear-cut goal, right? See, these ideal grihasthas that we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, they were amazing. Because they had everything planned. Right? Even when they entered the Grihastha ashram, they entered with a motive to be vanaprastha someday, or to be a sannyasi someday. But in our life, it's a different thing happening. Those people who are even entering the brahmachari ashram are entering the brahmachari ashram with a motive to become a grihastha in future. It's other way around actually. Those who are entering the Grihastha ashram should have a motive to become Vanaprastha sometime in future. And if they entered with that thing in mind, then they will plan it out. How many of us even sit and plan it out? Okay, up to 35 years, this is what I'm going to do. After 50, this is what I'm going to do. This much time is for my children. No, we don't. We don't even plan it out. And because we don't even plan it out, because we don't even have a proper goal, because we are confused, we don't have time, right? There is nothing wrong to not have a pure Krishna conscious desire, but what is wrong is to have a desire and not accept it, that I have this desire. That is where all the confusion starts. Let's say, for example, as a Grihastha, somebody doesn't have a pure Krishna conscious desire. He has a desire that I want to have a happy married life. I want to have sin-free life. I don't want to commit any sinful activities. I want to have happy life, wife, children, everything should be fine. I don't want to disturb anybody. I want to worship Krishna, but at the same time I have my... But at least if you accept it, and then if you go in that direction, if your goal is very clear, this is what I desire, and if you start walking that path, ultimately you will come up to Krishna conscious path. But if there is mask, then there will be confusion. Our entering of Grihastha ashram is like Abhimanyu's Chakravyuh. When Abhimanyu entered the Chakravyuh, he knew how to get in, but he didn't know how to get out. This is something which is happening with us as Grihasthas. We are getting inside the Grihastha life, but we don't even know how to come out. We have no plans of when I'm going to come out, how I'm going to come out, right? Like I like this example which I had heard from His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. At one time he was explaining that how our lives are like that, Grihastha lives are like those traffic signals. And he was saying that when it is green, you just drive in speed. When it is orange, you know it's time to slow. And when it is red, you know it's time to go. And then he said that, certain years of your life are like the green signals. You can just take it a little easy. But then after some time in your life, you have to understand that this is the orange signal and very soon it can be red anytime. So you have to be so serious in your Krishna consciousness. So as Grihasthas, we need to plan out our life. Okay, this many years, this is what I'm going to do. And after this is what I'm going to do. And if we are clear about that,
Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna